Good morning. Welcome, my brothers and sisters. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Glad to see you again. Please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Support us. Hit that like button. We love hearing back from you. Leave your comments. We love to hear your comments. Got a good one for you today. And this is going to be, I pray that this message blesses you, whoever's listening. And the message is called Curious Chaos Desired. We're going to speak in the book of Judges. And we want to talk about our character, Samson. Samson was a very powerful Levite. He had long lock hair. He let his hair grow long to represent he was a Levite. That was the custom of the Levite, to grow their hair. That was their devotion to God. And that's where what the scriptures have taught teaches us, where he had his strength. The problem with Samson, as with many of us today, is he had a desire for this woman that was named the harlot, Delilah. Now, Delilah was working for the enemy of the Philistines that were plotting against Samson, because Samson would take out armies. Samson was a very, very powerful man. If you could think of the character Hercules, that's kind of who Samson was. He was is an illustration of how Samson was. He was like Hercules. And so Samson kept on messing and followed after this woman, Delilah. He kept on, and time again, she would ask him, "Where is your strength?" Because the Philistines wanted to know where his weaknesses were. That's just like how the enemy is. So she would ask, "Where's your strength?" And he would tell her, "Well, it's in this." And then she would try that, and it wouldn't work. She did this 3 times. And she said, "Why do you keep deceiving me?" It's so funny. She said, "Why do you keep trying to trick me and deceive me?" But she was the one deceiving. And she was working for the enemy to kill him. And she kept on pursuing. As he pursued her through lust, she pursued him by trying to kill him through death. Y'all keep following me. I'm getting somewhere with this. And so he finally messed around there and told her where his strength lied. He said, "Well, you cut off my locks, I'll lose my strength." And sure enough, so he laid his head in her lap. Some of you brothers and sisters, because this ain't just for the brothers, or this is for our sisters and brothers. You got to be careful where you lay for your head, where you're trying to find rest. Jesus said in the scriptures that he will lead us beside the still waters. He will restore our soul. So wherever we get tired, we need to lay. He also said in the scriptures, those that are heavy laden, that I will give you rest. So we need to lay our head down on Christ, not in Delilah. So Samson went ahead on and finally gave it up and told her. She did exactly what he told her. He cut her locks. He died. He lost his strength. They took his eyes out. And then the Philistines had rejoiced and worshiped their god of the dragon. And worshiped their God and said, "This our God has delivered our enemy Samson unto us." And Samson had went and cried out to the Lord. He said, "If you get me to the pillar," because remember now he's blind. So this little boy had led him to the pillars, and the lords that were the head leaders of the Philistines were all there in this temple, and he had took down the pillars And the Lord said, let me perish with the Philistines. And God had given him strength, and he took out the pillars. And the pillars had killed him and the Philistines. And then the men of God had buried him, took his body and buried him. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to start with my beloved sisters. You know, you in college or you're young and you meet this man. You meet this guy and he's everything that you haven't experienced before. He's something new, exciting. You know, he's very popular. He may be known for his intellect. He may be known for his look or his swag or the way he move and talk. His personality, his fame. He may be good in sports, or he may be the dude in the hood. Everybody fears him. He has a reputation of fighting. Everybody he's threatened. He seems powerful and influential. He controls things and people around him because of his influence of power. And you say, wow, I like him. He will protect me. And some of you sisters that haven't grown up with fathers to protect you, you look for that in men, or to feel affirmed or to feel loved. You may be a young blessed sister that's going to school, got your, you're an educated young lady and you're doing pretty good. You got your little job, that you're trying to pay for school or whatever. And you're doing very well. You got plans, you got goals. And I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. You just can't seem to get this guy off of you. You think about him. You watch him and you study him. You ask questions about him, people that know him. You can't get this man out your system. You're curious. You're curious. The ones that really are close to you will try to warn you about this cat. She try to tell you, look, man, girl, leave that man alone. He's crazy. He may be nice on it. He may be this and cute. You like him. He's tattooed, but he's so sexy. I know, but I just like him, and I don't know what it is about him. He just says. Then he talked to you a certain way, and what you've heard about him, and the way he treats you may not be the same. It's different. It's something new. It's something you haven't experienced before. This is different. And this fella may be a guy that came into your life later on and just does something different for you. The other guys hurt you or something. This dude don't hurt you this way. You give him, the thing that got Samson in trouble, he had sex with Delilah, and that seduced him, and he kept pursuing her. He fell in love with her. His affection. And when you start falling in love with your enemy, the one who has been, sent out to kill you, sent out to destroy you, sent out to destroy and deter you away from the will of God, to destroy your life. This person been set out, and even when they sit in your face and tell you what they're trying to do to you, you'll lay there. Because your love, your disillusional love will make you believe an illusion that your love for them will make them they really don't really mean what they're saying to you. They're telling you what they're going to do, but because your affection has been on a fallacy of not who they really are, but who they want you to see them to be, and it's not the real them, you don't see who they really are. And you fall in love and you get emotional. You're sleeping with them and they blow in your mind. His pole game is strong. Pipe game is good. And now that blows your mind. Now you become addicted to that. You become addicted to chaos. You see the foolishness coming up. She is openly telling Samson, I'm trying to kill you. Tell me where your strength lies. And he is so delusional. He is so turned off. He is so turned up on his affection for her that he don't even see or care. No, she don't really mean that. He don't really mean that. I just want to, I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. You know, I love you. I want to have a baby. Man ain't talked about marrying you. Ain't talked about taking care of you or having any form of leadership. Who's the men around him that's holding him accountable? See, that's another thing Samson didn't have. He didn't have no men around him counseling him. He was making all his decisions. See, Samson was stuck on himself because he was a pretty boy. He thought his gift of being beautiful, having long locks, made him wise. I don't need nobody to tell me. Look at all these men I took down. I took down armies all by myself with my bare hands. I've killed beasts with my bare hands. And we think our gift gets us out of correction. And this is what got Samson in trouble. So, sister, so the brother's telling you all these things and he's trying to kill you. He's trying to take away your future. Lying to you, Dean, telling you in your face, because it's not like he's deceiving you. At this point, you deceiving yourself and you're believing things about this person that they're telling you that's not who they are. Laying with an enemy. And you become in love. You fall in love with the chaos of them. You don't love them and you don't know who they are to love them. They've introduced their chaos under the slide. It slipped under the door on you. Now you got this crazy dude want to beat you or cuss you out, go through your phone, tell you this fool is crazy. Dude been cheating on you left and right. Don't even have a heart to say he's sorry. You knew this about me when you met me. What you tripping for? And you come in and you're in love with the feeling of the excitement of how they made you feel. How they blew your mind. How they made you feel. Your toes buckle and curl. He made you feel wanted and desired. He made you, because we think lust is desire for me, not desire for your body. We think lust is counterfeit for love. And the chaos, and when they act a fool in front of your face, you like it more. You turned on by that. Now you have a dysfunctional system in a relationship where y'all fight just to make up to have sex. Curious chaos desired. Get you discerning, getting you attracted to chaos. You don't feel it's natural without it being crazy. You love crazy. Before you know it, you watching shows, you subscribing to shows that prescribe to scandal and who's cheated on who, so-and-so was sleeping with him or her, and they doing this behind. You become attracted to that because you fell in love and you have a curiosity for chaos. And you are attracting friends and people that have a scandal culture. They have a scandal culture and you love it. You didn't used to be like this. And these kind of things strip away your innocence. And then you got to mess around here and destroy whatever thing you had with that person. You have to destroy it or they'll destroy you. To the brothers, God said to the men, if you look upon a woman and lust upon her in your heart, you've committed adultery in your heart already because you're not her husband. This is so important for us men. And I've struggled with this. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When you're pursuing lust, a woman's beauty, when you're pursuing how nice her body is and all that, you fall in love with that. And you'll start listening and tolerating her smart marks, her little slick talk, and her little disrespectful little rolling of the neck, and her just going off, talking talking ratchet to you, because you didn't love you love that. You love chaos. She telling you when to pick her up, and you better be there. She telling you what restaurants you better take her to. How much you better be keep on, how much her hair and wigs and nails cost. She's telling you, you better pay for it. If you want to be a part of me, and you'll do whatever it takes. You care, you know, when you get paid, you do whatever it takes to take care of that, to get that next orgasm. You don't care because you're in love with the sex. You love chaos. And you're curious about it. Man, she did something to me. I don't know what's wrong with her. She did that thing in the bed. And she's so fine, man. I never think I'd get a girl like this. And destroying you because you have a curious for chaos. And even when you break up with that sister, you keep attracting these same type of Delilahs because there's something in you that is curious for chaos desire. You have a desire to be curious about the chaos. You just can't seem to break off of that. The same type of women with different faces, different shapes, but you just love chaos. You love those women that talk crazy to you. To my dear sisters, these brothers ain't no better. Some of these brothers are Delilahs. They got that spirit of Delilah on them. They come to destroy. And when you fall in love with an enemy that's trying to take you out, and they're telling you, I'm going to do this to you, take this from you, I'm going to hurt you, I'm going, you know, girl, you know what, I'm going to get you pregnant. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 kids. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 babies, you know. And you still sleeping with him, giving him the keys to your car, giving him money, letting him live in your house. You co-signing for stuff for him. Because he's an enemy that's been sent to get your secrets. Sisters, y'all are precious. Your body, your womb, everything is sacred. And they want to find out your secret places. He come up to you and say, he go into his little raggedy friends and talk stupid, go to his little dogs, go to his dog pound with his dogs and brag to him and howl at the moon with them and tell them how oh yeah, man, I hit that spot, man, I hit that spot. Man, I hit her, boy. He wants to extort your secretness, your sacrecy, your intimacy, your vulnerability. That's why some of you ladies don't know how to open up to a man, because Delilah, the man of Delilah, came and took away your innocence. Some of y'all have been molested. Some of y'all have been molested. And he act like he was your friend. He loved he was close to the family. You trusted him. You were innocent. You had an innocence, and it was stolen from you. Was stripped of your innocence, stripped of your vulnerability. Can't open up to no relationship, scared. Because last time I did this, last time I opened up, last time I gave my heart and my body, I got raped. I got deceived. I got tricked. I got played. And none of you sisters deserve that. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. The way to fight this is to go back into how your affections and put them on God. Break these soul ties, for one. Break the soul ties. Dispervert your love and put your affections on Jesus Christ, so you'll learn how to love yourself, so you don't let other Delilah's men come into your life and rob you of what you are. See, a man of Delilah takes a woman's identity and who she's supposed to be. A woman of Delilah takes his strength. And you sisters that are living like this have to learn how to detach from enemies that are trying to kill you. And it's not always, sometimes they're lying. They're telling you, you're lying to yourself. They're telling you what they're going to do to you. They're telling you, I don't want to get married. I don't want. And you think your affection for them is going to coerce them back to wanting you. No, that doesn't happen. Sisters, learn how to put your affections on Jesus Christ, to teach you how to love yourself. Because even we don't know how to love ourselves right without God. We don't. Then what you do is say, well, ain't no man good to me. Ain't nothing else to change. Ain't nothing to trade. Ain't nothing to exchange or trade for, because that's all these dudes want. Not all men. I will say most men do. I won't say all men. There's some men that want families and they want relationships. But if you ain't in the right mindset and your love is perverted and your love is dysfunctional and chaos, and you have a curiosity for bad men, you have a curiosity for chaotic men, you're not going to get a good man. And many of you now are trying to get good men, trying to get chaotic men to behave like you trying to get chaotic men to act like a Boaz. And you men that are in these relationships chasing after the fat booty and the aesthetic and the way she made you feel, and even if she's cooking for you, cooking and cleaning, doing certain things around that, and she tells you, I'm not getting married to you. I don't. You're gonna have to this, and this, and she tries to restitutionalizes your substance. You got to do this for me, and she's already slept with you. She already slept with you, and then she gonna try to tell you what you better do next. Y'all brothers and sisters, y'all need to snap. Y'all need to wake up. She has no intention of giving you what a godly woman wants to give to you and share with you. She doesn't have the capacity in herself to give to herself, to give it, to share it with you. The Bible says to love thy neighbor as thyself. If you don't love yourself, you are not capable of loving someone else. You don't have it in you. If you're impatient, don't expect patience. If you're intolerant and you don't have understanding, don't expect the understanding given. I'm telling you, brothers, y'all need to stop. The Bible says for every wicked man or wicked woman is given. So you need to check out where your heart is. If your curiosity is to chaos, don't expect to get a Ruth or a virtuous woman. Just forget that. You gonna get a sexy red. You gonna get a Nicki Minaj. You gonna get a Mega Stallion, because your affection and your curiosity for chaos is what you desire. You don't desire a virtuous woman. You don't desire a godly woman. You want chaos. You want somebody, you go in there and pull her hair, let her scream, do all this freaky stuff, because you're freaky. You're perverted. That's why you have a desire for perversion and chaos, because you're chaotic. God, man, is a man of peace. Want no wilding out woman. My wife ain't a wilding out. She's adventurous. She's vibrant. She's funny. She's fun. She's full of life. My wife ain't a chaotic woman, because she don't like chaos around her. She don't hang with folks when we're chaotic. And when you start falling in love with an enemy, it's one thing to fight the enemy out there, It's one thing to go after someone who's already been an opposition to you from the beginning, fighting you all aggressive from. But what do you do to an enemy that you love? What do you do to an enemy that you've opened your secrets to? What do you do to an enemy that you've disclosed your interminglings to, your cheat codes to? And they sit around you long enough, ask you questions to get your cheat codes to your heart, and you give them to them. So the answer to that, my brothers and sisters, is you got to change your passcodes. You got to change your passcodes to your heart and become the new creature that Jesus intended, so they don't get to figure you out how to get to you. They don't have your cheat codes to your heart no more. They don't know how to get you no more. You don't have the same type of reaction and affections you had for them or for chaos anymore. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna say this. You even have to ask God to sanctify your sexual desires in a way that spirit of Delilah cannot get into your flesh, trying to will you back in through your sex. So you even got to put that in on the altar to ask God to sanctify that. Nothing's off limits to God. Get around people that hold you accountable. You men that don't have nobody you sit under, that out here making decisions by yourself, and you think you're the God of your life. That's why you end up with a Delilah, because you don't have nobody you have not learned to let God master you and groom you. You won't sit under nobody with wisdom. You won't sit under and let nobody teach you how to discipline your flesh. You know everything. And you end up making bad choices with your life with these women because your desire for chaos is so strong. I'm gonna stay on you brothers on this one because we always jumping on. I've been on the sisters. I'm gonna get on you brothers for a minute. Because see, Samson never would have got messed up if he hadn't had a desire for that woman. He went after her. She wasn't bothering him at all. He pursued her. Watch a woman's movements. Stay out of a woman's face. Stop running up on every girl you see that's pretty and got a fat booty and think because she's smiling cute. Take your time and watch her character and her behavior. Watch who she is and find out if she's an enemy of God. Because if she's an enemy of God, she's an enemy of you. She cannot love you if she don't know who loved the God of love. She's not capable of that. And it ain't her fault that your lust, your desire for chaos, you went pursuing her. You didn't pursue her because she was godly. You pursued her because you have a appetite for chaos. You like getting around crazy people. And you know why you like that? Because some of you brothers were raised in chaos. Your mama was like that. That's why you pick these type of women. I know this is gonna sting, but it's your job as a man to discern what's right for your life and those around your life. Not just your life, but who you affect in your life. You're accountable for that, bro. How do you scatter the cheat codes? Well, you let the whole new creature change you. It's a process. You refrain from sex altogether. Just stop having sex. Then you let the Holy Ghost purify your mind. Then you get around a body of believers that hold you accountable. You get around community. You get in your word. You start learning different behaviors and habits. Stop going to the place you used to go and hanging with the people you used to hang with that led you to Delilah. This is how you start to make these changes. Some of y'all are married and have sex and have chaotic appetites. You got a good woman or a good man at home and you ain't satisfied because your satisfaction is to the chaos. That's why y'all cheat. And that's what porn is made to do. And porn ain't just on the brothers, blood sisters. That's men and women. Because who's selling the porn? There is industries. I want to say this real quick. There are porn industries that are owned by some women, and they're the ones selling it because it makes money. It ain't just the men. Now the men started it. They were the more capital. There's more men on it, but the market is leaning toward there's women that own porn sites now, becoming millionaires. So we need to stop this stuff. It's becoming across the board now. You got to die daily. That's what Jesus said. We die daily. Our flesh died. And the more you die, the more Christ lives. And then you learn, you become that new creature. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you.